All right, everyone, welcome to game number 2, in which we have Hudson versus the Dunedin Falcons, in which last season the Dunedin Falcons were victorious, in which now Hudson trying to actually come back, play the comeback tour, and get revenge, as we do have the referees taking the pitch, and of course the Dunedin Falcons just breaking out of their huddle and gearing up for this particular game here on Thursday night. We'll take it down to the field for the lineup.
He sees us? Oh no, it's not.
Just wake everybody up.
Oh yeah.
Now that you said it, yeah.
Tonight, we FHSAA varsity boys matchup between the Dunedin Falcons and the Hudson Cobras. Starting with the Hudson Cobras, we have Sean Lee, Margot Nava, Stone Deal, Colin Sullivan, David Rodriguez, Jeremiah Jackson, Diego Munoz, Parker Smith, Kristen Smith, Luke Dunn, and Eric J. Awesome. For the Dunedin Falcons, we have Brian Batista, Romel Salazar, Josh Budenick, Lionel Piacinto, Christopher Herta, Jack Schneider, Søren Coco, Clay Irby, Madden Moser, Maxine Villabrata, and Cameron Linow. We would like to take this opportunity to get a new microphone and also remind you that the game is considered an extension of the classroom, and that good behavior and sportsmanship are expected both on the field and in the stands. At this time, please rise and remove your hats for our national anthem. Thank you and enjoy the game.
It was a Texas jab.
All right, and as we approach the actual kickoff here, waiting for the referee, and here we are, Hudson Cobras versus the Dunedin Falcons, in which the midfields will immediately pass it back to the fullbacks, trying to get it over to the actual wing, but that's stolen, and there's a great through ball there all the way over to Superman. He gets a little contact there, and just like that, You've seen it here first. We've got ourselves a first goal, arguably the fastest goal in Dunedin Falcon history. Let's take a look at that again. All right, so initially here, it looks like the center back tries to actually push it out, but it's stolen there by I believe that's Leo, in which a great pass and then Flash kind of creating a little bit of space there, but Superman able to get a handle on that. Nice little touch inside of the right foot, and just like that, there it is, 1-0 Falcons. All right, as we gear up now, Hudson Cobras again with the ball, and that's what happened from beginning, in which there's yet another touch. This time he does push it out to the actual outside, feeding the right back. They'll try to actually feed the strikers there, but it looks like the B is on top of that one. Quick little throw in here, trying to work their way down onto the right strike, but that ball's going to go out of bounds again. Let's see if we can gear up for yet another throw in at the far side of the midfield. The B yet on that one again. Bounces off of Superman. Looks like Nico's in there.
There you go.
Creating a little bit of drama there, as now Hudson able to push that ball, trying to get something going here, as they work and fight for that on the near side of the midway field. As Jack Attack heading that, but Cobra still on the strike here. Cameron with the initial containment there, working their way around the referee, as the Falcons will now reset, in which Madden in the goalie box, making his first start of the season. Nico setting it all the way back over to Superman and back to the left fullback, as the Cobras gear up for the throw-in. Falcons backpedaling, trying to get sound defensively. You can hear the coach telling his troops to calm down, relax, go over the proper procedures and play their game. Ooh, that ball's got to go. You got to put a little fire on that pass there, as there's a turnover and shots fired. He'll learn from that one. If you're going to make that outlet pass, you really got to put some pepper on it. No lazy passes here, as the backs are spread out wide. Madden's going to gear up for the kick, and out of bounds is the call. Cobra's gearing up for the throw-in. As Jackson trying to run that ball down. Got to watch out for his speed. Again, he did surprise the Falcons last season with some amazing speed. And here's another person that also has some amazing speed. Jack Attack switching the field here over to Nico. He'll take a look downfield on the far side of the midfield. Tries to connect with the left striker. Unfortunately not able to connect, but still tries to fight through, as Cobras will have the possession now. Working their way in the middle of the field. Possible bumpage there, but still going. Fans on their feet for the Cobra side, yelling at them to talk and communicate more, as the left wing will then try to head that in. Superman now with the ball in the middle of the field, looking down to the field, connects with Lionel. I believe, no, that's number, is that Chris? I believe that is Chris there, running the ball down, in which Falcon still with the ball. Jack over to the right strike, tries to pass into the middle. Cobra's not able to get that. Nico now with the ball on the left side, pushes it towards the inside, works it back into the middle. It's not the best of settle, and Superman's going to slide tackle with a slide tackle slash pass over to Flash. See what he can do. Foot on it, and it was a pass. No one was there but Nico now, still with the ball, inside and then out, but contained by the Cobras. Little inside-out action by Nico. Now Superman with the ball, in which Cobra's able to put a foot on that one. Nico again with the ball, getting a lot of touches there, Nico, in the far left side of the field, trying to make something happen, but the Cobras are all on it, trying to actually strike with their venom. Cobra's working hard to get that ball out, in which out of nowhere, the Flea, aka the B, disrupting the Cobra offense, in which they're trying to build something from the back. Referee not too happy with the contact though, so they'll gear up for an actual kick. In which Superman will head that one back past the field, closer to the coaches as they work the far side of the midfield. Superman now with the ball working, trying to get some body position here, which he does. And now there's a switch all the way over, a long ball here. Trying to get a Jack for the relief. And not able to make a play, in which the Cobras were able to recover and contain here. But now still with the ball. Here's a cross over into the box. Possible opportunity here. Nico with the ball. But the Cobras 2v1. Superman now with the ball inside of the right foot, and it's high to the right. Nico again with the ball. A lot of dribbling here. Great pass to the left there, and Nico will also run to be available, but the Cobras still defensively sound, making sure there's 2 to 3 players on the ball, as Jacques, aka the Flash, will reset. Wasn't sure who he was trying to get that pass to. He may have been trying to get one of the runners. But here, the ball in. I think that was Cameron, a.k.a. Cameron, working his way over and feeding the right strike here now with the ball. Far side of the right side of the field. Or as they would say, the attacking third here. But now Jack resetting, pushing the ball back out to Cameron. Inside touch with the right foot. Now working it back over to the left strike, Nico. Nothing going there. Goes for the nice lofty pass here. Possible bounce opportunity, Flash and the goalkeeper. Cobras gearing up for the kick. Falcons backpedaling here. Jacques looking on to see if he can make a read on the ball. High over towards the right wing, connecting in with the midfields as Cobras plenty of time and space, working the ball wonderfully so far. Looking downfield for the large switch over to the left. Jack attack not going to allow that, in which now looks like a possible hand there. Wasn't quite sure. Yeah, it looked like a hand possibly, as the referee will have some words here with the yellow card. Cobras gearing up for the kick. Mailman in attendance, aka the locomotive, in which Madden will easily grab that bounce. Quick rollout over to the left wing here, actually to the left striker, as Falcons now on the run. A little pullback here, in which he'll try to set it up and try to work the mids here, but that ball's going to go out of bounds. Niels with the quick scoop for the troops. Quick scoop for the troops. Bars. Jackson trying to make something happen here. Contact with Jackson and Superman, as the referee will call it a little tight here. Superman not too happy with the contact there, as Jackson trying to get a couple of steps on and retrieve the actual ball for a long touch. Again, Falcons well aware of his speed, but doing a great job containing and staying between the goal box and the ball. And Falcons, they got a little lucky on that one. It looked like the lower fellow was able to kind of sneak in on the backside there. Luckily, he was about 3 feet off. Falcons now moving the ball. Quick little cut back in, connecting with Cameron. Cameron's going to look downfield. Tries to connect there with a through ball to Flash. Not able to connect, though. Cobras are on top of it. They'll kick the ball out of bounds. Right off of the chest of Superman, settles with number 10. Pushing through, trying to dribble past 3 or 4, almost 5 players here. Got to keep it a little simpler. Jack Attack keeping the offense going here. Back over to Jack Attack. Nico making himself available, popping out. Definitely nice to see, in which he was in no man's land and then made himself readily available. That's one thing that's definitely good. Some good offensive awareness by Nico, is popping out and making himself available on the left side. As that ball now, again, Superman over to Leonel. Leonel is going to do a nice little switch back over to, tries to connect with Nico, as that ball goes out of bounds. Quick scoop up again by Niels, getting his troops ready to go relatively quick, as the B, a.k.a. the Flea, sends it down line, tries to connect with Nico, as that ball goes out of bounds. And let's see what we got. Is this going to be a water break substitution or just an explanation on the sideline? As we gear up for the throw-in, it's a high-flying one there. Cobra's with the ball, trying to connect downfield again. Jack Attack in on the ball. Tries to dance his way through. There is a turnover, though. Quick turnaround as the Cobras try to reset, hit the midfields. And here we go. Jacques, a.k.a. The Flash, trying to make something happen. And takes a hip hit. Able to bounce right back up. Throw in by Jack Attack over to Leo. Leo over to Superman. Superman over to Jack. Jack, let's see what he tries to connect right back. And there we go. We're off to the races there. Let's see if he gives it right back. He's going to take the space. A little bit of bump there, but he looks over. Possible reset. He's looking all over the place. A lot of options. That's one thing. If you can get a couple of touches and look and have your head on a swivel, you'll definitely have some additional options here. As now we turn up field. Tries to connect again with Superman. A little bit of contact there. He'll try to run it down for the initial containment, which he does, but the ball is still passed. 11, left strike, working their way, trying to feed it, but the Bee, a.k.a. the Flea, is right there with the ball, connecting to Cameron. Cameron's going to take the space with 2 players on him. He'll fall down. Referee not happy with the call. So Cameron letting it be known with the dribbling ability in the middle of the field. Superman now waiting for his troops, looking over to the left, motioning for Nico to cut over into the box here as that ball is headed out. Pushed out, reset for the Falcons. And here we go, Jack Attack on the far right side. See if he can save that with about 20 minutes left on the clock. Cobras playing it from the back, full back. Let's see if they can connect with the wing, and they're going to send it up to the right strike. And Cameron, I believe, is going to be in on that one. Nico resets over to the Flea. He'll send that ball right back over. I believe that might be Seren there, and now back over to the center back and back over now with the Flea. He's going to take 2 looks downfield, and there's a huge, great switch there by the Bee, a.k.a. Clay B, in which Jack Attack will now try to connect with Superman. He is able to get that right off of the toes, and here goes the speed. Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. 25 minutes left on the clock, out of bounds, and right strike gearing up for the throw-in, connects in, and now Superman takes a touch. A little bit of containment by the Cobras. They're trying to play a little 1-2 game here as they reset this one all the way back. Jack readily available there. Cameron right there in the midfield position, moving along with the actual motion there. Inside of the right foot, tries to connect with the right strike, and nothing going there as the Cobras gear up. Right off of the head there, Jack Attack over to Superman. Cobra's on the run there. Possible opportunity here. Ooh, big save here. That could have been dangerous for the Falcons, and with the Cobras able to get that eye contact with a great through ball, but unfortunately it was broken up by the Dunedin Falcons, in which now they'll try a reset there. Who's going to chase this one down? And here we go. Here's that defensive help that we were talking about with the Dunedin Falcons inside that box. You get past that 18, it gets kind of dangerous there defensively. You know, a lot of people would get nervous and start panicking, but the defensive help by the Falcons, seeing one person contain, another person come in, and another person come in from all over the place, seeing the strikers and the midfielders back, protecting that back line there. Goalie, that will definitely keep the goalkeeper happy, and of course the coaches and the rest of the actual team as well, as Flash tries to contain getting this ball down. Let's see if it's a bounce in the Falcons' favor. No, it is not. There is some containment there. Pushes that ball out, looking for a possible play here. They'll reset back over to the left wing. That's the Bee making something happen, but that ball is intercepted. Superman gets a foot on it. Cobra still with the ball. Now on the far side of the midfield, working their way down over to the right strike. We got a runner there. Great pass there, but intercepted and bumped, and Jack Attack will get the actual kick out of bounds and also into the stadium there, working its way up to the third row. in which the girls up there from the previous game were comfortably sitting down but working their way to actually get the ball, throwing it back in. Cobras now with a high-flying ball. Out of bounds yet again, and the Falcons will retain possession here as they gear up for the throw-in. Playing it tight on the far side of Falcon territory. Cobras gearing up for the throw-in. As the Flea will head that over to Superman. Cobras, you know, sometimes you might want to put laces on that bad boy. I know there was not a play. He was looking for a play, but sometimes you got to really just, you know, put that head down and forward and just boot that bad boy. Nevertheless, they don't take the opportunity. Granted, it would have been far. Superman sends this ball downfield, tries to look for his right strike. Nothing going there, in which number 10 now with a little bit of foot magic here. Jack Attack with the assistance from the right wing, playing the actual space, working it in, and now moving across the field as well. He's all over the place as players are going down and sliding left and right. Cobras now again with the ball. Let's see if they send this one downfield, and it is... Cobra still with the ball. And a little bit of miscommunication there as he was looking for the player to actually run forward. B with the ball downfield, trying to connect with Nico, and that ball's going to go out of bounds quickly from one coach to the player, sending it down. Went kind of far there on the throw-in. Irby with the kick. Here's your throw in again as they're just working that ball out of bounds. Falcons now with the ball. Quick throw in to Superman. Back over to the B. And out of bounds. The energy and the flow has kind of dwindled here. We got to get a good pass in. There we go. There's a great pass. Now let's see if they can open up. I see Cameron opening up. Back over to Madden. Madden, he'll give it right back. I would have looked for a switch field completely all the way to the right side of the field, as this ball's been going out of bounds in this tight area here. But nevertheless, Falcons with the ball, and Nico battling it out, really trying to get something going on the far side of the midfield. Unfortunately, that ball's out of bounds, and we'll reset once again. Let's see if we can get a proper switch of the field. And again, really playing that tight area, right? And, you know, and that's one thing, and that might be part of the, you know, players are close. Let's keep it close to out of bounds. But sometimes you gotta switch the field completely, right? Get into the actual open space. Sometimes it's just a little too tight in that area. But with that said, the Falcons have showcased some good passing in tight areas. But just remember, you know, you have the entire field, as that ball now is on the closer side, now into the Falcon territory, as Cameron will chase this one down, and that will go out of bounds. Falcons in need of getting back defensively. Cobras with the quick throw in into the box there, goes behind the head, right off of the knee, and there's the clear out. Great clear out as they backpedal, looking for a bounce in their favor. 5 are back, 3 are up front for the Falcons, and now we got a 4v5 as Superman will reset this. Nico pops out, making himself available, and now we have something on the sideline here. Cobras able to get the ball, but unfortunately now that's out of bounds. See how much time is left on the clock, in which we have 19 minutes and 3 seconds, in which there may be a hydration break. Not as of yet. Nico with the ball over to Superman. He'll do a reset. Now this is where you want to see that switch. See players pop out. I see Jack readily available, but the ball goes. Yeah, that's not the play. That's not the play. You know, again, if the coach says that's the play, then fine. But when you're passing that ball out, everybody's got to back up and pop out, be readily available, reshape, and take the space of the open field and get that ball around, so you can work your way around all the way to the bottom half of the field where there's absolutely no Cobras in the high grass waiting to bite. So now players are open wide. Madden has got players to the left and the right as Jack looks downfield as well. And got to get a little better on these passes too. Passes are looking a little slow. You know, it looked like that ball was ready for a nap. Now, granted, you don't want it too, you don't want to put hot fire on it where, the player's not able to really settle it. But you really put something on that ball so it can get to the actual player. Get that fast offense from the back going, right? And I know that I've seen this in their practices, so it's possible they may just be in need of a huge hydration break. As we gear up for a corner kick from the Cobras. As that ball's headed backside of the head here. Number of Falcons all over the place. Able to still push it through there, and just like that, how did that happen? A little bit of dancing, juggling with the ball, or dribbling with the ball, I should say, but that ball was able to sneak through there. And let's see if we can take a look here from the corner piece. It's headed off of the back of the head here, but it takes a bounce, not in Falcon's favor, and losing his feet a little bit. And then of course that ball able to juggle inside of the left foot, pushes it out into the right foot, and just like that with traffic. Definitely a hard one to stop. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This game is now 1-1. And you can see Coach Marco, get up immediately and talking to his troops, as it is now 1-1. Cobras and Falcons. Superman with the ball, looking to pass that ball over to the right mid, back over to the fullbacks. They'll do a quick little give and go, not give and go, but back and back here. Jack Attack with the ball, sending it down. Cobras now with the ball, and of course with momentum as well, as Cameron is trying to do the actual initial containment. Jack for the actual steal, trying to find Nico in the far left corner, as that ball is sent up to the moon, waiting for it to drop out of bounds by the golf cart. Falcons with the ball. The Flea looking to throw it in. Irby trying to connect with Cameron. Cameron over to Superman. They'll do a reset, and we're right back here into the midfields and trying to turn it upfield. A reset all the way back to the B, aka Irby. Sent down to the left strike. Nico, he'll push it into the space and looking for the switch. Very good on the switch there. Ball goes out of bounds. Cobras with the ball just past the far side of the midfield. Cameron with the ball, a huge bump into the middle. A lot of contact there. Referee letting him play, and now he will make the call. Sometimes they like to try to play the advantage there to see what's going to materialize with the play. Falcons now with the ball, gearing up for the kick. 1-1 is the score. Superman with the ball, backs moving up the line. And now Cobras with an opportunity here. You'd like to see them kind of push it a little bit more there, and they're trying to fight through, charges his way through. You want to see that type of speed and pressure in offensive attack earlier on. I'm not sure if maybe they realized the backs were far up. They really needed to kind of at least get a long touch in that bad boy. Madden now with the ball, passing it past the midfield. Cobras with the ball, trying to get something to happen. Looking for the ball is their primary striker here, or midfielder, number 8. Clay Irby with the initial containment there. Falcons now with the ball again. They'll play the far side. Cobras again with the momentum, really pressuring the Falcons into this corner here. Falcons trying to work their way out, and now they are, as Superman, he'll take a touch here, able to maneuver past one player. Taking the space here yet again, inside of the left foot. It's a great ball over the Flash, inside of the left foot, top right over the top post as he looks down. He looks over at the sideline and the coach. We get a quick zoom in at the coach as they clap him on, saying, hey, let's get another one. It was a great through ball. Don't worry about it. It'll be an interesting conversation at the dinner table as they replay that for their little one. But a great pass, great offense by the Falcons. Here it is again off of the back of Superman, near side of the midfield. Here we go. Jack Attack trailing, hand on the shoulder, trying to get through there as they push through. It's a great touch. Last minute save. As that ball is now into the box, and Jackson is in there trying to, oh, look at that. Clay with a quick save off of the right shoulder. And, of course, letting it be known the physical strength, not letting that guy into the box easily. But that was definitely a nice save by Clay Irby right off of the back shoulder there as they gear up. Falcons now not too happy with these set pieces here, as this is yet another corner kick. Madden on his toes, hopping up and down, and here we go. We got players moving, but we got great defense here on the far side of the goal. As you can hear the fans saying keep them in front. Madden now with the ball, and it's a huge kick, tries to connect with Nico, eventually does. Falcons now with the ball. Here's a huge switch over to the right side of the field. Cameron with the ball, takes a touch, takes a look, passes up top, connects with the midfield. We got a runner on the right wing, and here we go. And we also have Jacques ready for the pass, and he gets the pass over. Jacques with the ball, and what a save by the Cobras. Great movement with 11 minutes and 11 seconds left on the clock. We have a corner kick, in which this corner kick is brought to you by Aisle 6 in Walmart, where your favorite cereal boxes are readily available, in which the sweet ones are low and the non-sweet ones are high. Now, here we go. Nico with the ball in the far left side corner. A lot of contact there. Again, referee letting them play, and nothing that was on purpose. Superman with the ball, able to make the turn here as they reset. Cobras, again, still working with the actual momentum here. And here they are, Cobras trying to get a bite, as the referee now calling it back here, as it looks like there is some major contact away from the ball, as he is explaining to the coaches for the Cobras. Quick little fake there, and shots over to the right side. Cameron now with the ball. Superman over to Jack. See if that ball stayed in bounds, which it did not. As Cobras gear up for the throw-in. Near side of the midway point here. Cobras still with possession, working it into the pitch there. Fans not too happy with the results. Superman now with the ball, reset, back over to Cameron and Jackson, and Cameron will battle it out here. Cameron with the low center of gravity, and continuing the run there is Chris. Long ball over to Flash, able to get a long touch on it, possibly cutting through, laces down. Shots fired by the Flash. Great opportunity there. As that ball now kicked back into the midfield. Jackson with the chest bump over. Jack Attack looking downfield, looking for the long ball. Goalkeeper's got it as he goes towards the open area of the field. Couple of basketball dribbles there, looks downfield, boots it down, not playing it from the back. Superman with the, no, that's Leo with the settle. Feeding Jack. 1v2, able to get the pass in. 21 running this one down. Falcons with the ball, being pressed back. Great defensive containment there, as the Cobras now send it downfield and sent immediately back, looking for a bounce in their favor. Does not happen. Goalkeeper with the ball, looking for his midfielders, and now eventually possibly the strikers, but really not able to get that ball down there. So one thing from the Cobras, continuing to just kick the ball downfield, not working in their favor possession wise, as that ball now sent quite far. Left striker not too happy with the results. Throw in by Jack Attack into Superman. Cameron opening up space. Back over to the right wing, up to the right strike, as that ball goes out of bounds. Looking for the ball on the sideline. Jack Attack will get ball number 2. Gearing up for the throw-in on the near side here, and tries to connect there. A little back shovel pass to himself, as that ball goes out of bounds, and I take yet another sip of our sponsored drink, Juan Valdez coffee, with, of course, sugar in the raw and a 100% cocoa. You put those three bad boys together with the Fairlife Milk 2% and you are as good as gold. That's Juan Valdez Coffee.
Take it, Brian. Take it.
Get it while it's hot. Nice little pass there, but headed over to the midfield.
Easy. Go to the flag. Man behind.
Superman closing in and the fans letting it be known who is coming, but there is the flea. Silent but deadly bites, but also with a sting of a bee is Clay Irby. Now into the middle of the field, he'll reset, giving it back to the fullback. Jack opening up and Cameron jumping into the spot with, of course, additional midfielders and strikers checking in. Definitely nice. Looking downfield before receiving the ball and then the settle, and now eventually trying to find Nico in the far left corner as that ball will go out of bounds. Gearing up for the throw-in. Completely misses the header, but had all of the body work on that is the Cobras. Now Jack attack with the ball, reset back to the backs, bars. Superman coming in, a little bit of pressure there, and there he is. Silent but deadly is Clay Irby. All the way back over to Jack attack, in which they are Fortnite broskies, possibly, maybe. I don't believe the last time, when is the last time Jack or Clay purchased or did a request for some V-Bucks via their parents? It's probably been a long time as that ball goes out of bounds. Jack attack yet again, gearing up for the throw-in. 3 minutes, 46 seconds left on the clock. It's a huge throw-in into the box and headed out of bounds. At least that's what I thought. Jackson motioning that is their ball, but Falcons gearing up for the throw. Back into the midfield, quick little settle. Pressure is on. Jackson with the ball. This is where you don't want him. 1 versus 3. If he gets a long touch on that bad boy, it's off to the races as he fumbles the ball there and back into the midfield. He takes a slide here as he's not able to get the proper touch that he would want, and of course Falcons definitely happy about that as Cobras battling it out. Getting quite physical here as number 11 looking for the contact and the call from the referee. As the referee will simmer things down there.
Colin, mark somebody short.
Jack gearing up for the kick as he looks towards his troops. It's a long ball, completely trying to switch field. Great settle by Nico. And now Jacques with the ball falls down, loses his footing here. And it looks like they're saying no call here. Offsides. 2 minutes, 3 seconds left on the clock. As that ball's kicked out of bounds, Falcons trying to regain their shape, and Cobras with the throw-in. Well, as it surprises me that they continue to throw it in where it's extremely tight. And that would be a little bit of the both teams there. You know, this is where I'd like to see at least someone from the far free space, for lack of better English, just to kind of move around and, you know, put their hand up and say, hey, I'm readily available here, as Superman now with the ball trying to make something happen here as the referee calling it tight during the last couple of seconds in the first half. As Jack now with the ball, plenty of room and space, but Cobra closing in. And here we are.
Holy smokes, man.
And yes, they're definitely calling it quite tight here. You know, and that happens. You know, you have the different ranges of the game where it starts to get a little more physical, or things are just kind of getting out of control. So the referees will definitely start to call it a little tight, just to kind of keep control of the actual game here. As number 10 gearing up for the actual kick here, Nico with his left hand up in the back there, and look at that, connecting with Flash, falling on his tailbone. Hopefully he'll be all right. In which he bounces right back up. 10 with the ball, trying to make something happen there. Cobra's sliding there, trying to retreat to actually get the possession here. Nice dribbling here, but he does have almost two players on him. Looking for the actual time left on the field. The center referee has that, keeping it completely to himself as that ball's thrown in. Tries to connect with Cameron. Nothing going there. Superman tries to get a little Iniesta with the ball there. Not able to get a foot on that one. Nico now with the ball. Let's see if he can cut that back, as there's been 2 to 3 players on him in that corner. See if we can get a nice little cross here. Cobra's right on it, completely on top of the cross there. The Flea passing into the midfields, trying to set something up. And there's the switch. Jack Attack connecting with the ball. Plenty of time, plenty of space. Actually, maybe not that much time, but there's the ball into the box. As he looks over to the left, Nico backpedaling. Let's see if they can get a quick little reset and see if they can get anything into the box as they pass this back over to the B. And the B taking the space. And there is the first half, everyone. 1-1 Cobras versus the Dunedin Falcons, hosting the Hudson Cobras. Getting a little bit of clarity is the coach for the Cobras. And of course the referee, arguably one of the top 10 referees in the county. And there you have it. He is giving plenty of explanations. And of course, as much as he would love to hydrate right now, he definitely wants to take the time to give all of the complete clarity to the visiting coach. After synchronizing their watches, referees give the okay, and Falcons again 1-1. We are back here in the back line. There is a change in goalkeeper, in which Madden will step out, take a well-needed rest, and Victor is now in. The B now with the ball, passing it in to number 10. Cameron, 2 chest settles, working its way over to the left mid. Clay with the throw in the Superman, right back over to Clay. Cobras, split of the actual legs there. Superman now with the ball, quick little ball action there, almost a handball possibly. That would have been a great through ball over to the striker as they battle this ball out on the sideline here. Great containment there by the Cobras. And here we go, trying to connect with the midfielders there. That's bumping off. But here we go. Superman with the complete reset all the way back to Victor, telling his right fullback to open up space. Gearing up to send it down. Tries to connect with Jack Attack. He goes down. Cobras now on the opposing strike here. Fighting through it, though, are the Falcons, battling it. As a player is down looking towards the referee, number 6 not too happy with the results. Falcons gearing up for the kick, which I believe that's Max kicking it down, connecting with Nico. Hard to tell on that side here. That may have been Zachary, in which the bench reacting to some fancy footwork on the sideline. Falcons gearing up for the throw-in, 1-1 still, in which this is anyone's game. Falcons started off with arguably the fastest goal in Dunedin Falcons history. Now that momentum has shifted, in which the Hudson Cobras have come back and tied the game. It is now 1-1. Falcons with the kick into the box here. Cobras able to get that with no problem. There's a huge kick downfield. Doesn't make it to the halfway point. Falcons able to regain possession here. Cobras breaking it up, and here we are off to the races. Cobras now working it inside of the space, and there's a great ball by the Cobras, and it's a 50-50 in which it looks like Seren able to chase that ball down with 36 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. That ball will get kicked out of bounds, in which Leo passing it back. Leo now with the ball again with two players, one player to beat. A lot of contact here. So Leo still going, working his way through, falling down and looking at the ball completely. We have a stepped on foot by a cleat in which the ball is thrown in and a player is down. Hand up, foot out, sitting Indian style. Referee checking in on number 3, in which the pain was unbearable for a brief moment, but he is back and ready to attack. Cobras versus the Falcons, 1-1, in which we have the cleaner gearing up for the throw-in. And there it is with the eye contact. Great throw overboard. Number 10, Leo, with the actual Cobra Commander. I was about to go Cobra Commander here, but it's the Cobras itself. But here we are, goalie out of the box, calling it out and kicking it out of bounds as well, in which you can hear the fans on their feet screaming and yelling.
Good choice, good choice.
Again, 1-1. Great to see Victor run out of the box and call out the actual ball. That can cause quite some confusion when you have a free ball just running down and no one to beat. Ball thrown into the box there. Jackson trying to get a settle on it, not able to do anything here. And there we have Max putting his leg down, not allowing anything to cut through. 34 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock. As you can hear the fans yelling, demanding for that ball to be cleared. As that ball is kicked down, landing on into the presence of Superman. And there we have, I think that's Jack Attack on the far side. Hard to tell now that they switch halves. Jackson running it down, but Max now with the ball with a reset. And Seren trying to kick it up to Superman as that ball's quickly sent out. The cleaner tries to get contact with the back, and that ball's going to go out of bounds. Victor now with the ball. Let's see what we got as Cobra's trying to make a move on the play. Cameron with the ball. There's a reset all the way back to Max. Max looking around over to Victor. Victor back over to Max. Not bad for the ball movement, but you got to watch Jackson as he is trailing that ball and getting quite close. Nico with the ball. Cobra's now with this actual steal. Jack Attack working on the ball, as is Superman. And now we have Cobras yet again with the ball closer to the scoring box here, and Cobras are trying to send this one down. Jackson makes a run all the way into the box. Meanwhile, the ball is up on the far end of the attacking third here. As we look over, Chris is trying to make a play. Falcons were there with the ball, and that ball's going to go out of, no, not out of bounds. Ball still going. Shovel chuck pass with the back of the heel, and that ball's going to be sent down, trying to switch the field. It gets through all the way, but it's the Cobras with the last save. The cleaner jumps in immediately, heads it down, and now we have offense going, and the cleaner still working his way now in the left striking position, because you just can't stand still as he tries to Iniesta inside of the left foot, tries to work it right back in to make a play, and that's Clay Irby turning around, falling down, looking towards the ref for a call. Not too happy, but got to get back onside. As he does, there's the cross, and it's headed into the goal box, and just like that, that's why you don't give up on the play. And that was Clay causing all of that mass craziness, getting the ball crossed over to number 26, just like that. Let's see if we can get a replay on it. The fans are on their feet. The bench for the Falcons, they're going crazy over there. Coaches had to contain them from running on the field, but they got all of them back, and just like that, 2-0. The mailman on the sideline, very happy with the delivery, and of course, you know, with all of that excitement, it is now 2-1, not 2-0, and the work of Clay, and then eventually that ball landing into the feet of number 10, Leo, crossing that with the inside of the left foot, in which number 26 was able to kind of get the header on that, which was Zach. So great play there by the Dunedin Falcons. with a little bit of breathing room now, 2-1. But as instructed from their coaching staff, the game is far from over.
That's right. Get that pressure up there.
Cobras with some great ball movement coming after the actual score. After that goal, not giving up, you see the great ball movement as Niels showcases the footwork on the sideline with the hands behind the back, staring down the competition, looking at the troops. Ball thrown in, headed right into the space. Superman tries to get containment of the ball. Cameron opening up into the space as well, or at least opening up. And now Zachary with the ball, reset over to Jack Attack, and there we go. We've got a slicer or a cutter. That's Cameron making himself available, but he will backpedal and try to get back into position. Jack Attack working his way all the way. Oh, hands on the player, fighting his way through. Referee letting them play, saying that's part of the offensive strategy. They are off of the back there. Superman goes down, but again, it's not kryptonite, so it's not going to be able to stop him. Here we go, and we do have Clay, the cleaner, all the way to the left. He was really looking for that ball, too. Really like to hear Clay demand that ball. Gearing up for the throw. They'll reset. Backpedaling here is, I believe that's Seren. Over to the cleaner, making his run. Cameron with the ball. Some pressure there caused by Jackson, and he'll make his run as they are looking now to actually pass to him. But the Falcons are doing quite a good job not allowing anyone to run through or receive any balls there. Some foot magic by the Cobras. And now they're making their run, looking to see if there's any streakers. There's the pass into the midfield. He misses the ball. He'll run it down. He's not going to be able to outrun Clay. That's just not going to happen. Arguably one of the fastest in the county as well. Left strike over to the midfield. Superman, cool, calm, and collective. Referee backpedaling to make sure he's out the way. There's the long ball all the way to the right strike, and that's, who is that? That's Zachary with the ball. See what we can do here, and great defense by the Cobras, and they will retain possession here. Oh, headed backwards, still on the run, in which we have shin guards flying out. Completely thrown in the direction of the Falcons bench as the Cobras still with the ball. Cameron making his way through. Cobras able to retrieve the ball. Headed back over to the goalie. Victor with the ball looking downfield, and now there's the quick rollout. Cleaner with the ball. Inside settle with the left foot. Right back over to Seren. He'll look back. With the pressure of Jackson on him, Victor will receive the ball. Dancing with the ball, quite dangerous when you have someone as fast as Mr. Jackson, as he is now calling for a sub. Jackson calling for a sub here, and we do have some substitutions on the sideline as well, as Chris will get a well-needed rest. Nico will come back in. Jackson on the far side, inside of the box there, in which he is gassed right now. There's a shot, possible opportunity. Did not get the best inside touch, follow through with that shot, and you can see the disappointment in his face as that ball is rolled out.
Is it done, or did he get hit?
The cleaner running this ball down. Cobras with a quick throw in, trying to get the settle there, in which they have it, passing, trying to get it over to Jackson. And 27 minutes left on the clock. Cobras down 2-1. Jackson putting a knee down, getting a well-needed rest, in which he is in need of a well-needed rest, that is, in which he did try to motion to the coach that he needed a substitution. If not twice, possibly 3 times. So he is definitely winded as the referee talks with him just to kind of get a better idea as to his current situation. As we zoom in over there on the Dunedin Falcons bench, in which the stress levels have decreased now that there is a little bit of breathing room with a lead of 2-1, but as you may have noticed, both of the coaches letting it be known that this game is far from over. It is now 2-1, but they have to look at it as 0-0. 26 minutes left on the clock. Falcons with their backs up against their area in which trying to protect their throne. It's thrown in, and I believe that's Cameron getting an actual head on that, and possible ricochet as that ball goes out of bounds. Gearing up for the corner kick. Cobras with the ball. Great defensive pressure there, as fans quite nervous on the bleachers in this not a sold out crowd today, in which last time I do believe we had 44,472. It looks like that is down almost about 25%, close to about the 33,000 range, as Tice will make his appearance coming in on the field, as Victor will kick this ball out of bounds, in which the Cobras applying some high pressure with the quick throw in. As that ball, Max, I believe, sends that ball out, in which there is Zachary and now Jack Attack sending that ball down. Cobra still with the ball with the pressure on their backs because it is 2-1 and they are down, in which they came in here trying to get some payback and get even and equalize the last 2 years of soccer between these programs, in which it was the Dunedin Falcons making the comeback tour last season, in which they came back with an outstanding fashion to take the lead. But now, with the Falcons up 2-1 and that ball going out of bounds, gearing up for the throw-in. Cobras with a little bit of momentum. See if we can get some laces down on that one, in which Victor able to grab that ball with ease. Quick rollout over to Nico. Fans calling his name. Passes over to Superman. Superman pushes it back out. Receives a little bit of contact there, but looking downfield, able to connect with Cameron. Cameron looking downfield, trying to connect with Zach. Zach's going to run this bad boy down, and it looks like he does have some space with plenty of opportunity there. Really looking for that pass, in which I'd like to see, I'm not sure who that was, but in the middle, but they've really got to demand that ball. They've got to pull their hair out and pull teeth. Let it be known that, hey, I am available. Hey, pass the ball, pass the ball. Here we are with the Dunedin Falcons gearing up for the corner kick, in which the Cobras down 2-1. Goalkeeper with some pressure, in which Jack Attack making it difficult for the goalkeeper to see. I like that play there, in which the Falcons now look at him backpedaling, trying to really push that goalkeeper out, and look at that, making it difficult. I like that type of offensive thinking there. They really made it difficult for the goalkeeper, who's a little on the smaller side, but Jack really backpedaling, pushing his player, using his strength to actually sandwich in the goalkeeper and the defender as well. So, and that just comes down to just offensive awareness and knowing what's going on the field, trying to take advantage of all situations. Most soccer games are usually quite low in the score category, so you have to do everything you can legally to try to get that ball into the net. As we have a substitution here, the cleaner will step out, aka Clay, in which Kevin will come in at the left back position, fixes his hair for the camera to make sure that we get the right angles as the ball is thrown in, headed down on the near side of the midfield. Cobras down 2-1, trying to make something happen. Seren with a kick, Kevin with a kick, Seren getting the bounce / settle. He'll send that one in. Does it connect with no one? Cobra still with the ball. Let's see if we can zoom in. Cameraman, please. Cobra's with the ball. Backpedaling is Cameron with the initial containment, in which Nico was then coming in for the steal. Cobra still with the ball, and now still with the ball as well. Jack with the ball. Feints left, cuts right. Still working on the ball. takes a breather, slide on the ball, jack attack with the ball, sending it up to Nico. Nico will do a 180, connects over to Superman, off to the races, look up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a collision as the Superman is down close to about the 40-yard line. And he is right back up. He looks over at his mom on the bleachers, gives her a head nod saying, "I'm quite all right. Let it be known that it was not kryptonite." So he is good to go. Falcons gearing up. Cameron looking at the ball, trying to get the actual play recommendation from the coach on the sideline, as Cobras are marked up on the Falcons right outside of the 18, as Coach Marco calling the play, saying to pass it over to the open man, and there it is into the box, but the goalkeeper is able to grab that bad boy with ease. It's a quick throw out, unorthodox shot, but he's able to connect to the midfield, connecting now with the left strike on the far end of the midfield. Falcons now with the ball, and we've got runners streaking downfield as that ball goes out of bounds. You can see Tice running and making his run, and it looks like we may have a hydration break, and yes, that is exactly what we have with 18 minutes 55 seconds left on the clock. 2-1 Falcons, and after this hydration break, we are back here on the far side of the midfield. Nico now with the ball, taking space and passing into that space. That's Tice with the quick settle, I believe, as he fights for that ball. Back into the midfield, a little bit of bump, a little bit of running.
Play the whistle! Play the whistle!
Nico still challenging it, as is Kevin, with the outside of the right foot, able to connect there with Tice. Back over to Nico. Nico hesitation, gets bumped, falls down. Superman with the ball. Referee does not like the contact. Tells him to calm down. Superman now with the ball, and here we go. Ball's in all the way to the left. Tice with the ball. No, that's Zachary. Feinting left, feinting right. Ball goes out of bounds. Quick throw in. Superman with the ball into the box, trying to connect with Zachary. Into the box, collides with another player, that ball does, as the goalkeeper will now kick the ball down on the far side of the midfield, closer to the scorer's box. And it looks like, who do we got on that side? I believe it is the cleaner that is back in after a well-needed rest and hydration. 2-1, and there's a through ball. Kevin's going to run this one down, as will Victor. 17 minutes left on the clock as Kevin opens up. Seren will take a look back. Victor will take a look to see who he has. Max will open up, but the pressure is high from Cobras as Victor will wind down the clock, letting it be known that every second counts. And he'll actually run with the ball. Fake left, fake right, rolls out to Max. See if Max can get the settle. He's looking downfield. Connects with Clay, and it looks like we have a call on the field, as the referee is walking with authority right now. And I believe he's just going to drop this one down, as the cleaner looks downfield. Great ball downfield, but the Cobras having 5 in the back. Falcon still with the ball, connecting with Nico, trying to work his way into the other side of the field. Superman tries to get an outside touch with the right foot. Nico with the ball, feints to the right, cuts to the left, back into the midfield still. And the referee again definitely calling it tight with a 2-1 lead on the Falcons, and it's getting quite physical. You really got to start playing it tight. Sometimes that's just the way the game goes. Sometimes you let the boys be boys and the men be men and let them play ball. But sometimes to keep complete control and structure of the game, you got to kind of play the whistles when need be. Obviously, at the right time, but sometimes you got to play it tight to calm everyone down, which I would definitely say they're doing a pretty good job refereeing this particular game here. Falcons now with the ball, playing it from the back. Tries to connect into the midfield. That's a key settle in there as they battle that ball 50-50. You lose that ball in that area, and then full Cobras, they are off to the races. Oh, got to spread out here, Cobras. Got to spread out here. Got to demand it here, but the Falcons are still in the back. But Cobras had a lot of opportunity for passes there. Set piece corner. Here we go. Victor looking around. Max, Kevin. Here we go. right over the top post. And here, yet another one. Let's see if they're going to mark up, which they are. Almost a connection. 14 minutes, 22 seconds left on the clock as Max pushes this ball out to the cleaner. Cobras playing with some high pressure, causing the turnover, which they do. Cobras down with the ball. So the game plan is working with the high pressure on the Falcons as of right now. That ball's headed back into Cobra territory. It's a high floating ball there in which a collision in the box.
No, I don't think it's a call. I think it's just an injury.
Step, mid, step.
As the Falcons yet again with the ball. Victor dancing with the ball. Fans not too happy with the movement there. He knows he can pick it up, but sometimes if you play too much with it, situations can happen that you really do not want to happen. But he seems to be handling it quite well so far as that ball makes its way to the midfield and out of bounds it will go. As we have a substitution on the sideline here. Number 9 will check out. Flash will come in after a well-needed rest and hydration. If I were the Cobras, I would, yeah, there we go. I was looking for the actual ball there. Ball in, Falcons with it. Cobras trying to get a touch on there. Cameron kicks it over to Superman. Superman with the ball, looking for the open space. He's able to feed Kevin now. Takes 2 touches, looks downfield, and now it's time to feed the players. Doesn't connect there, but he will have to run this one down as Seren will kick this ball out of bounds. And on the near side, closer to the camera, great control of the ball out of bounds. As that ball starting to get a little gambly there in the background. Not necessarily gambly, but Cobra's definitely showing a little more momentum than the actual Falcons. With a little under 15 minutes left in the game, Kevin will back up, making himself available, in which you do have a nice pass to the left. Can't tell if until the cameraman pans out if there's a Cobra in the area there, which there is not, but they are going to send this one down, try to give a little breathing room. Jacques trying to get the right touch here. Goalkeeper able to kick this ball right back into the midfield. Headed over from Superman. Nico with the settle. Superman with the touch pass to himself. Looking downfield and taking a touch, and now able to send it down, in which that ball is going to go out of bounds. And yet again, in which Jack Attack gearing up to head in.
Seven's open in the middle.
And it looks like Clay is going to come back in as well. So the coaching staff giving some of their starters a well-needed rest to try to close out the remaining time in this game. As that ball is thrown right outside the left corner of the 18. Ball out of bounds, but the Falcons are moving up. Cleaner demanding that ball for the throw-in, as he's known to throw a nice, good, clean ball. And here it is. There's the connection to Superman. He'll take a feint to the left, move to the right. There's still some containment with the shot. About 13 yards to the right, but sometimes you got to take that shot. Sometimes you try to bend it like Beckham, but that ball did not bend whatsoever. But here we are yet again as he heads that one down on the backside of the midfield of the Cobras. 10 minutes left, just about, maybe 12 minutes left on the clock. Near side of the midfield is the Cobras. Cobras with the ball and almost trying to kind of get that pass through. Headed is Superman, and now Jacques with the ball. He'll take a smaller, oh, Nico calling for it, but they're going to go wide with it to the right. I think that's Zachary over there. It might be, but the Cobras able to get right back on defense. All the way back over to Max on the far side of the midfield, trying to connect with the right wing, and that's Jack. He just came off the bench, and he's got a lot of energy. He tries to squeeze through, and he is making his run. Now over to Superman, and they both have their hands out. That was Jack Attack and Flash with their hands out. Superman resetting, in which they're closing in on him. Plenty of space on the near side of the field. Switch that bad boy as Nico brings it right back into the trouble. And here we go, starting to get a little feisty here. as they were pushing. And I might have to put that one on Nico. Kind of went right directly into the actual trouble. If he looks left, he immediately has all the open space.
Should have been called way over there. Then apparently he didn't see that.
9 minutes, 6 seconds left on the clock. Victor with the ball, gearing up for the kick. Cleaner walking up ahead. Wind in the hair. Staying close just in case there's an issue. A referee on the sideline fixing his hair with a nice scratch in the front right lobe of the brain. As he now moves down the field closer towards the ball boy, in which the ball boy has the left foot and now the right foot on both of the soccer balls on the sideline. As you can hear the fans on their feet telling the Red, which is the Dunedin Falcons, to make sure they're paying attention. What's key now is that this ball gets a clean kick as Max backs up just for some additional protection there. And here we go as we run this ball down. That's Seren and Victor. Passes to Victor, passes all the way downfield, tries to connect Superman with the missed header. As that ball now on the far side of the midfield, taking space. And there it is, all the way down to the left side. We have an open striker, Zach. Looks around, going up against one, feints left, cuts back right, into the midfield. Nope, actually back to his striker. Ball in the box. And here we are. Is it going to go out of bounds? It is, and it's going to be Falcon ball. Just a little under 8 minutes left on the clock as the Cleaner looking to see who's open. He's looking for Superman who's checking in, but there's also a runner inside the box. The ball is now outside of the box, takes a touch, resets it completely. Great ball movement here. Let's see exactly what happens. And there's a shot there on the goalkeeper. And that's the patience right there. That's the patience that we've been talking about. Play your game, and you can see the excitement on the bench. Having that type of patience around the 18-yard line, resetting. Goalkeeper went down. I do believe they did make a substitution. A much more comfortable lead for the Dunedin Falcons, in which it is now 3-1. Clay making his run, trying to cut back. Nico with the ball. He'll take a shot, in which the goalkeeper, with no gloves, will grab this one down. A few fans on their feet asking for the goalkeeper to get some gloves. As that ball sent down to the midway line. Falcons now with the ball still. Nico with the ball in the closer to the attacking third, I would say. Jack attack. A little bit of foot magic here. Cobra's trying to make a run. Collision here with Cameron. He'll go down, holding his knee, maybe the high shin. As he looks down, trying to build up some energy and fight the pain. As Cobras will take a shot, quite short though. Number 7 creeping in, and now referee will stop play, check on the player, and now Victor with the ball as the referee takes a look at his clock. Let's see how much time we have left. As Victor will take a couple of touches, look downfield. 5 minutes, 48 seconds left on the clock. Dunedin Falcons with a comfortable lead of 3-1, but still not letting up as of yet. Max connects over to Cameron. Cameron looks over to his winger. Winger connects, inside touch, takes the space, cuts back, looks downfield, passes it, connects over to the left striker, and back to Cameron. Cameron over to Tyson. Tyson with the lead ball up ahead. Ball still in bounds. Jacques, a.k.a. Flash, with the ball into the corner, and that ball is going to go out of bounds with some defensive pressure and containment by the Cobras. And here we are again. You know who's throwing it in. It's the Cleaner. Gearing up, taking a look inside the box. He does connect. Ball inside the box. Cobras containing. And now goalkeeper with the ball and still no gloves. But he fans his troops downfield, pushing him slightly, merging them over to the left. He'll take a huge kick all the way down to the midfield. Crosses over into Falcon territory. Max with a settle in, also trying to connect with the right strike. That ball's going to go slightly far and with a little bit of pressure, not able to connect. Far side of the midfield and now working its way down closer to Falcon territory. Cameron's going to kick this ball out. Tice with the containment on the player and the pass over to Nico. Superman with the ball, making it be known, you can't stop me. Back over to Jack Attack. Inside the Superman, back over to Jack. Out of bounds, and Torin still waiting for him to get better. Medical staff will give us an update soon, but from what we did here, that it's still going to be a while, but hopefully he gets better soon. Got to be careful chasing those balls on the sideline, Torin. We need you to get healthy and get back on the field. Here we are with Cobras with the ball, sending it downfield. Victor is going to grab this one up with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left on the clock as the Cobras backpedal back. Opening up is Max, but Victor says, don't worry about that, Max. We're sending this bad boy downfield. We're trying to get this game over with. Cobras trying to get something going, heading past the actual midfield and downfield. It's 3 versus 2. Tice with the ball, inside of the left foot, resets back over to Nico. A little bit of a 360 there. And now he'll send this one downfield where there are 3 Cobras and one player for the Dunedin Falcons. And if we can zoom in, camera, that'll be great. Perfect. As Cameron running this ball down. And he's still going. And here we are with a reset. Falcons with the ball. Really starting to work the clock there with this passing, showcasing the passing ability. But the Cobras now able to get the ball back. Cameron containing. And that ball's going to go into the goalie box. Victor.
Come on, Keith.
Again, fans not too happy with the delayed reaction there as he does a fake over to the right. Player bites. Taking the allocated time there. He'll kick it downfield. And here we got the flash running through as that ball goes out of bounds. And it looks like we have a substitution here. With a little under 2 minutes left on the clock, number 13 will substitute Cameron, who will take a well-needed rest, in which there was a lot of hustle there, as he talks with the mailman on the sideline about his productivity on the field today. Jack Attack with the throw-in. Cobra's able to get the ball. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Gearing up for the throw-in. With a 2-point lead, Falcons sitting quite comfortably. As the crowd has quieted down, you can almost hear a pin drop. Jack Attack gearing up for the throw-in. They're playing the sideline here, looking for a possible cross. Quick fake to the left and the right. Sent into the box. Goalkeeper with his 3rd save. No gloves, and here's the kick as they were looking for a block there. As I believe they're going to redo that.
Nice, Tristan.
As the cleaner sends that ball out of bounds, number 5 with the quick throw-in, but there's about 4 Falcons back there. Now catching up are the rest of the Cobras, looking to see if they can put some laces on that, get a shot as they send that ball into the box there. As Victor, he's going to dive on that at an angle, able to retrieve the ball, looks left, looks right, tells his boys to move up. Takes a couple of bounces, or 1 bounce. Huge kick downfield. A lot of Cobras back there. Flash looking to actually get a header as well. Superman taking a hit from behind. With a little under a minute left. Actual time now down on the field. And there it is. There it is, everyone. The Dunedin Falcons starting this season off with a 2-0 record. As we take a look at the scores box, 3-1. They've taken down Clearwater Tornadoes. They've taken down the Hudson Cobras. Who will be next on the list? As this team has a lot to prove this season. They've been practicing left and right on a number of different types of set pieces. And there they are, thanking the fans for all of their support, thanking the parents for all of their support. And we, in the stands, getting this gift to see these young lads play soccer on the pitch. Other than that, enjoy, and let's gear up for the next game.